Ever wondered if the lifestyle of a parent could influence the behavior of their offspring? Well, ponder no more. Today, we're examining a case that'll have you questioning the saying, money can't buy class. And that case is none other than the Combs family. Yes, you heard it right, the Combs, the family of the hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Imagine growing up with a father who's not just a music icon, but also a business tycoon. Sailing on a yacht one day, jetting off to an exotic location the next, and attending the most extravagant parties in town. This is not a dream, but a reality for Justin and Christian Combs, the sons of Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs, a name that needs no introduction, has been known for his luxurious lifestyle, his fame, his wealth, his influence. They're all part of the package. And growing up under the spotlight, his sons, Justin and Christian, have had their fair share of the high life. But as the saying goes, every rose has its thorns. The glamorous life of the Combs clan is not devoid of controversy. The recent legal issues involving Justin and Christian have raised eyebrows and sparked debates. From allegations of cover-ups related to shooting incidents to accusations of sexual assault, the Combs brothers have found themselves embroiled in a whirlwind of controversy. Now, the question is, does the lifestyle led by their father have a role to play in shaping their behavior? Is it a case of the apple not falling far from the tree, or is it just a coincidence that two sons from the same family are facing similar legal troubles? So, let's dive into the Luxe life of the Combs clan and see how the boys are keeping up, shall we? Imagine growing up with a silver spoon in your mouth, and not just any spoon, but a diamond-encrusted one. Now let's dive into the grandeur that was the childhood of Justin and Christian Combs. Born to hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs, these boys were never strangers to the high life. The Combs family tree is deeply rooted in the soil of luxury, and the fruits it bore were nothing short of extraordinary. Picture this. Sprawling mansions that would make the Queen of England herself green with envy, each room more opulent than the last. These were not just homes, they were kingdoms, where every whim was catered to, every desire fulfilled. From gold-plated cribs to designer wardrobes straight out of the womb, the Combs brothers were swaddled in silk and diamonds. And the parties, oh the parties, the kind of soirees that would make Gatsby's shindigs look like a casual backyard barbecue. A-list celebrities, world-renowned musicians, and Hollywood's who's who, all under one roof, all there to celebrate the Combs dynasty. Justin and Christian didn't just have a front-row seat to this spectacle, they were the spectacle. But it wasn't just about the material possessions. The Combs brothers also had a front-row ticket to fame. From a young age, they were thrust into the limelight, their lives playing out in the public eye. Their names weren't just names, they were brands, synonymous with success and opulence. Yet, in the midst of all this luxury, the boys were also exposed to the realities of fame. They witnessed firsthand the pressures of the spotlight, the weight of expectations, and the scrutiny that comes with being a Combs. Sounds like a dream, right? But hold your horses, it's not all glitz and glamour. Ah, the pitfalls of fame and fortune. Sometimes it's like a chocolate-coated bitter pill. Now let's delve into the recent hiccups in the lives of Justin and Christian Combs, the sons of the legendary Sean Diddy Combs. To put it lightly, they found themselves in hot water, and not in a relaxing sipping champagne in a jacuzzi kind of way. First, we have Justin, who's been accused of covering up a shooting incident. It's a bit like trying to hide an elephant in a phone booth, isn't it? You might get the trunk in, but the rest is bound to stick out. And it doesn't help when your last name is Combs. The spotlight is always on, and it's not easy to sweep things under the proverbial rug. Meanwhile, Christian, or King, as he prefers, has been accused of sexually assaulting a woman on a yacht. Not your average Sunday afternoon pastime, is it? The lawsuit alleges that Christian pressured the woman into consuming alcohol and then made unwanted advances. It's a far cry from his earlier dreams of becoming a successful entrepreneur. I guess he took the phrase "seize the day" a bit too literally. Growing up in a world of luxury and fame, the Combs brothers have been used to the high life. But it seemed they've been flying too close to the sun, and now their wings are starting to melt. Remember, boys, Icarus was also warned, but he didn't listen either. These incidents have stirred up quite a storm, with people questioning their actions, their upbringing, and the influence of their father's lifestyle. It's like they've been served a reality check, and it's not as sweet as the champagne they're used to. The question now is, do these incidents reflect the influence of their father's lifestyle? It's like asking if the hip-hop beats influenced the lyrics, Or was it the other way around? But that, my friends, is a discussion for another day. Money can't buy happiness, but it sure can buy a whole lot of trouble. As we delve deeper into the saga of the Combs brothers, it's hard not to ponder the influence of fame and wealth on behavior. Does growing up in the limelight, with a silver spoon in your mouth, predispose you to trouble? Let's take a closer look. Justin and Christian Combs, sons of the hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs, were born into a world filled with opulence and fame. The brothers grew up in lavish homes, attended extravagant parties, and rubbed shoulders with the creme de la creme of society. But as we've recently seen, the glitz and glamour of their world hasn't kept them out of the legal crosshairs. We can't ignore the fact that wealth and fame offer a certain level of impunity. When you're used to getting what you want when you want it, the lines between right and wrong can become blurred. This could be a possible explanation for the Combs brothers' recent legal troubles. Justin is accused of being involved in a cover-up related to a shooting incident, while Christian faces accusations of sexual assault. Both cases are a stark contrast to the image of success and respectability the brothers have previously presented to the world. But let's not jump to conclusions. It would be unfair to say that all children of the rich and famous are destined for trouble. Many successfully navigate the tricky waters of fame and fortune, using their privileged positions to make positive change. So what's different here? Is it a case of rich kid syndrome, where wealth and privilege lead to a sense of entitlement and a disregard for the rules? Or is there more to the story? Perhaps the Combs brothers are simply products of their environment, where material wealth is abundant but moral guidance is scarce. Or maybe they're just young men who made some poor choices. Either way, their story serves as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of fame and fortune. So did the Combs boys simply fall into the rich kid syndrome trap? Or is there more to this tale? As we continue to unravel the story, remember not all that glitters is gold. And even the most luxurious of lives can hide a multitude of sins. Everyone's got an opinion, especially when it involves the rich and famous. And oh boy, did the recent controversies involving the Combs brothers stir up the proverbial hornet's nest. The public's reaction has been, to put it mildly, a hotbed of mixed emotions. Many have been quick to point fingers, claiming that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They argue that the Combs boys' legal troubles are a mere reflection of their father's own checkered past. After all, Diddy has had his fair share of legal run-ins, hasn't he? But let's not forget the humorous side of public opinion, because what's a scandal without some sizzling social media banter? One Twitter user quipped, "Looks like the Combs boys have been watching too much Scarface during lockdown." Another chimed in, "If only they put as much effort into their careers as they do into their scandals, they'd be as successful as their dad by now." Yet, amidst the humor and criticism, there are those who have shown empathy. Some argue that the brothers are victims of their circumstances, thrust into a world of wealth and fame at an early age with little guidance on how to handle it. There's also a group that remains on the fence. These are the folks who believe that while their upbringing may have played a part, the brothers also need to take responsibility for their own actions. As one Instagram user wrote, "Money can buy you yachts and luxury, but it can't buy you common sense." So there you have it. The court of public opinion has had its say, with views ranging from the scathing to the sympathetic and everything in between. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. So the public has spoken. But the question remains, are the Combs boys victims of their upbringing or their own choices? So, what's the verdict, folks? Are Diddy's boys simply following in their father's glamorous footsteps or carving their own path? We've taken a journey down the gilded halls of the Combs lifestyle, where luxury is as commonplace as the air they breathe. From flamboyant parties to opulent homes, Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, have lived a life that many can only dream of. But as we've seen, all that glitters is not gold. The recent legal troubles that the brothers have found themselves in have cast a long, dark shadow over their glittering world. Justin, accused of involvement in a cover-up related to a shooting incident, and Christian, facing allegations of sexual assault. These are serious accusations that have caused ripples of controversy and criticism. However, let's not forget that these young men have also shown a propensity for entrepreneurship and ambition. Christian, despite the allegations, had earlier aspirations of becoming a successful entrepreneur, showing that there's more to these guys than just their father's fame. The influence of wealth and fame on behavior is a complex topic. Does it breed a sense of entitlement and disregard for the rules, or does it simply magnify the character traits already present? Does the pressure of living up to a famous parent's reputation lead to reckless behavior, or are these simply the missteps of youth? These are questions that continue to spark debate. In the end, the brothers are more than just their father's sons. They are individuals, each with his own strengths and weaknesses. Their actions, good or bad, are their own. Their father's fame might have set the stage, but they are the ones writing their own scripts. After all, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or does it? The jury's still out on that one. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe.